George?
Pat, in his fight to overturn the election, the president is taking another shot at the Supreme Court. Sunday, his campaign filed suit asking the justices to overturn 3 decisions by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Those rulings eased the state's rules on signature verification, election day observation, and mail-in ballots. A favorable ruling by the High Court could invalidate more than 2 million mail-in ballots. So far, though, the Supreme Court has turned away the campaign's challenges. Pat?
You know, I really don't think, ladies and gentlemen, that argument before the court's going to prevail. I had prayed and hoped that there might be some better solution, but I don't think I think it's all over. I think the Electoral College has spoken. I think the Biden corruption has not totally been brought to fruition, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the Electoral College. And I don't think the Supreme Court is going to move in to do anything. And I think we're going to see President Biden, and I also think we'll be seeing a President Kamala Harris not too long after the inauguration of President Biden. So just keep your eyes on the future. I'm not saying I have anything particularly from the Lord. That's just my own opinion. But I think that Biden is not capable of handling the stuff that's going to be thrown at him. But our country is now going to be facing tremendous challenges. China may well try to invade Taiwan. They're talking about it. In the South China Sea, there is tremendous opportunity for the Chinese to exercise sovereignty and to challenge us. The Iranians want to challenge us at the Straits of Hormuz and these other waterways. You look around the globe, and the Turks are talking about an invasion of Israel. I think it's a sideshow. I think it would be a mistake. My money would be on Nikki Haley. I think she'd make a tremendous candidate for the Republican Party. But with all his talent and the ability to raise money and draw large crowds, the president still lives in an alternate reality. He really does. People say, well, he lies about this, that, and the other, but no, he isn't lying. To him, that's the truth. He had the biggest crowd on Inauguration Day. He had more people than ever. He was the most popular people. He saved NBC, but with The Apprentice, you go down the line of things that really aren't true, and people kept pointing to them. But because they loved him so much, and he was so strong for the evangelicals were with him all the way. But there was something about him that was good, that God placed him in that office for the time. He's done a marvelous job for the economy. But at the same time, he is very erratic, and he's fired people, and he's fought people, and he's insulted people, and keeps going down the line. So it's a mixed bag. And I think it would be well to say, you've had your day, and it's time to move on. But at the same time, I am very, very concerned about the trends towards socialism, and it would be terrible to see this country go into some type of socialist decline. And don't think that Bernie Sanders, who is a socialist, and people like that, aren't going to be very dominant in the Democrat Party. And if we have a socialist that suddenly takes away many of the things that Trump has put in, if they raise taxes, they start to confiscate money. They don't know what to do with the debt. They start to pay all the tuition for people at big universities, et cetera, et cetera. This stuff will bankrupt America, and America can't stand for it. So what do? If they start confiscating money? I mean, it goes down the line. When you look at what happened in the socialist countries, they first did everything they could. Then they began to take dominance. And we don't want that in America. We don't want it in America. So if there was a time to pray, this is the time to pray. But I certainly don't think we need a sideshow for 2024. I think right now we better do some praying about those Georgia elections, because they are crucial. George?
Pat, if you